Welcome to Hindu Editorial Vocabulary Series, presenting by Diction Addiction. The right topic is the right call on AP High Court order. The article is published in Hindu newspaper on 21st 12 2020. Moderator Dr. KPS Lerner. Before going into the vocabulary of today's article, first we will read the article, then we'll dissect the vocabulary. The Supreme Court on Friday quite rightly stayed an Andhra Pradesh High Court order thus that sought to convene a judicial inquiry into whether there is a constitutional breakdown in the YS Jagan Mohan Reddy led government in the state. The top court intervention must be welcomed as it quickly halted an untenable adventure by this High Court that might have required the imposition of President rule. While hearing habeas corpus petition filed by relatives of person remanded in judicial custody or on bail, on October 1st, the High Court had summato summoned the State Council to assist in deciding whether, in circumstances prevailing in the state of Andhra Pradesh, the court can record a finding that there is a constitutional breakdown in the state or not. This was clearly a case of judicial overreach by AP High Court. The question of constitutional breakdown or the failure of constitutional machinery is dealt with under Article 356 of the Constitution, whose invoking comes under the prerogative of executive, not the judiciary. In the S.R. Bommai case, a nine-member bench of the Supreme Court constituted the scope of Article 356, which allows the imposition of president rule in the state with the stringent condition for the valid exercise of that power by its president after being presented with the proclamation by Union Council of the Ministers. This included ascertaining whether objective conditions exist which render it impossible to carry out governance in the state where the proclamation has been made, and the process has to be approved by the both houses of parliament before consideration for judicial review. But the AP High Court's order seems to have reversed the scheme of things by putting the cart before the horse in asking to ascertain if there is a constitutional breakdown in the state. The Chief Justice of India noted that the court found it to be a disturbing before staying it. The Supreme Court order comes in the wake of incident pointing to tussle between judiciary and the elected government in Andhra Pradesh. Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy had, in an unprecedented letter to the CGI, Chief Justice of India, complained about alleged hostile attitude of High Court against him and his government, besides making controversial allegations against a senior Supreme Court judge. This was even as the High Court ordered a CBI probe into what it termed was social media campaign against the judge. The onus is on Supreme Court to put an end to the unseemly tussle between the judiciary and the government in the state. Ordering an internal inquiry into the Chief Minister's letter would be a good beginning. A clear nullification of High Court order will also ensure that such legal adventure impinging upon the separation of powers in the state are not repeated. The highlighted words would be explained so that the digestion of the article would be good, and there is a possibility to assimilate at maximum level. Now we will look into the meanings, pronunciation, and usage of the highlighted words. Quite, it's an adverb. Spelling Quite, meaning absolutely, completely, fairly. Example, the Supreme Court Friday quite rightly stayed on Andhra Pradesh High Court order. Second word, sought. It's a verb. It's a past tense of the seek, meaning attempt to find something. Example, he sought help from the police. Third one, convene. Convene. It's a verb. Spelling Convene, meaning to bring together a group of people for a meeting. Example, the Prime Minister convened his cabinet to discuss the matter. Fourth one is a constitutional breakdown. So the elected government in the states unable to resolve or carry out the various issues or conflicts of the government functions, if it is not resolved or they are not able to find a conflict, then that is considered as a, in political science terms, that is called as a constitutional breakdown. The fifth word is intervention. Intervention. It's a noun. Intervention. Intervention. Meaning the action of becoming intentionally involved in a difficult situation or in order to improve it or prevent from getting worse. Example, the top court intervention must be welcomed. Sixth word, halted. It's a verb, past tense of halt, meaning to stop moving or doing something or happening. Halt, call the God. You cannot go too further without permissions. Seventh word, untenable. It's an adjective. Untenable. Meaning, if a theory or an argument is untenable, it cannot be supported or defended against the criticism. Example, Supreme Court quickly halted an untenable adventure by the High Court. By the High Court. Eighth word, habeas corpus. It's a legal term. If you file a petition with the court because you want to be brought before a judge for your arrest, or and detention must be shown, means someone is arrested, but if is not shown to his relatives or friends, the behalf of the arrested person, you can file a case to show him in the public. That petition you call as a habeas corpus. Sumoto, again it is a legal term, on its own motion, and implies that an action was taken by a group or on their own. It's also a legal term, as I mentioned. Court or any authority need not to take an application or a petition to act on some issue, pertaining issues. That action is called as sumoto. Means they will take, without application they can act. That's what is you say sumoto. 10th word, overreach. It's a verb. Reach out, reach out. Too far, reach out too far, too far, by trying to achieve or do more than you can manage. Example, companies that overreach themselves soon find themselves in a debt. Companies themselves overreach them. Companies that overreach themselves soon, if they find themselves in a debt. 11th word is prerogative. It's a noun. Something that certain people are able to or allowed to do, but it is not possible or allowed for everyone. It means that some people are able to have a authority to do certain work, not others. In the India, only president can impose the president rule in the states, not everybody. That's a prerogative. He is having that power. Nobody else in the country. Example: Alex makes all the big decision. That's his prerogative as company director. Company director can recruit or fire. So it's a prerogative. Big decisions can be taken by the big people. That's a early. 12th word is construed. It's a verb. Part and past tense of construe. Meaning to understand the meaning, especially other people, actions and statements in a particular manner. So trying to understand someone action, someone's statement in a particular manner, that is what you say construed. Example: Supreme Court construed the steps of scope of Article 356. So it dissect the action of some people or some statement. That's what you say construed. 13th one is proclamation. It's a noun, meaning an official announcement or information. That's what is a proclamation. Proc- government, if releases some order, that's a promulgate or proclamation, you say. 14th word, ascertaining. It's a verb to discover something. Meaning the police have so far been unable to ascertain the cause of explosion. You are trying to discover the facts. That's what is ascertaining. 15th, unprecedented. It's an adjective. It's not happening, never happened, never having happened or existed in the past. So first time it is happening, that's what you say, unprecedented. Example: Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy in unprecedented letter to CGI. So Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy wrote a letter to the CGI, that is Chief Justice of India, that the High Court as well as the one of the Supreme Court judges are acting against the elected government in the Andhra Pradesh. That is a unprecedented. No chief minister will write a letter to the Chief Justice of India. That's what he said. It is unprecedented act. 16th, tussle. It's already explained in the previous one. But vigorous struggle or struggle. You're trying to hard to achieve something. A tussle between the state government and the High Court. 17, unseemly. It's an adjective. Unseemly. Meaning related behavior, action which are not proper or appropriate. The example: the onus is now on Supreme Court to end the unseemly tussle between judiciary and the government in the state. 18th one is nullification. It's a noun, meaning putting an end to the something is called as nullification. 20th word, 20th, impinging. It's a verb, meaning to have a noticeable effect on something or subject, especially a bad one. It's not a good positive word. Example, you can see he never allowed his work to impinge on his private life. So he balance, work as well as the private life. They are not merged. They won't affect either of them. So the last one you can see in this article, they use the one idiom that is putting the cart before the horse. So generally, cart is behind the horse, then horse moves on. If you put horse, the cart before the horse, how would it move? So it means that to do things in the wrong order, to do the things in the wrong order. That's what you use the put the cart before the horse. So these are the different words and which will help you to understand the today's article probably 100% if you learn these meanings. Thanks for uh, listening and watching this video. If at all you need any more, uh, if at all you have any more doubts on this understanding of this article, please do comment so that I'll reply within no time once I see that comment. Thank you all for watching and see you with the another video. Thank you.